In today's video, we will be comparing two elite hockey players, and ones that are extremely similar in the way they play, where they were drafted, what their point totals have been to this point in their careers, and even their roles on their respective teams. Today, I bring you the fifth installment in the Who's Better series, and it is winger from the Winnipeg Jets, Nikolaj Ehlers, versus winger for the Toronto Maple Leafs, William Nylander. Ehlers is 25 years old and was drafted in the 2014 draft in the first round, 9th overall. Nylander is also 25 years old and was drafted in 2014 also, just a pick before Ehlers, 8th overall. Both of these guys have been excellent choices by their respective teams and are both currently top 7 with the rest of their draft class in terms of total points to this point in their careers. Ehlers, before playing in the NHL, would spend 2 years with the Halifax Mooseheads in the QMJHL, posting 2 straight 100-point seasons and playing with other NHLers like Jonathan Drouin and Timo Meier while in Halifax. Ehlers would be top 5 in scoring both seasons while playing for the Mooseheads. Nylander, on the other hand, spent some time playing pro hockey in Sweden before coming to Toronto in both the Hockey Allsvenskan League and the SHL. He would put up excellent numbers playing against very tough competition in both leagues and for 3 different teams in 2 seasons. In the regular season, Ehlers has played 416 games for the Jets and has put up 303 points, good for a .73 points per game. Nylander has played 358 games for the Leafs and has 263 points for, guess what, a .73 points per game. It's pretty crazy how many similarities there are between these two players. So now, it's time to break things down a little further and figure out who really is better, Ehlers or Nylander. And of course, I will be using the same categories I've used in the previous Who's Better videos, which are offense, defense, impact on team, and clutch factor. For the first category, we have offense. Both of these players are gifted offensively in the ability they have to create plays, score goals, and use blazing speed to exploit defenders and help out their teams. Ehlers has been the slightly more consistent goal scorer, having scored at least 20 goals in each of the last 5 seasons since his rookie year. Nylander has had 3 20-plus goal seasons, including 1 year where he had 31, but he did have a rough 2018-19 season where he scored just 7 goals, 27 points, in 54 games. This, of course, being the year he was holding out at the start of the season for a contract. Nylander also spent some time playing in the AHL for the Toronto Marlies during parts of the 2014-15 and 2015-16 seasons. I think these two are very similar offensively, as you can tell with their points per game being the exact same average to their first 6 seasons, but I'd give the slight edge to Nikolaj Ehlers just because he's been more consistent and was able to jump straight into the NHL after 2 years in the queue. Now, moving on to the defensive category. Both players are very capable in the defensive zone. Like offense, there are few discrepancies between these two players when it comes to their play on the other side of the puck. One advantage that Nylander has is his ability to occasionally play center and take faceoffs at times. Although he didn't play much center this season, he had played a good amount of center the previous 3 years before this and was well over 50% in the faceoff dot during those 3 seasons. In addition, Nylander's takeaway to giveaway ratio is plus 42 over his career, compared to Ehlers' minus 49 ratio. Neither of these players are super physical and don't get a lot of hits. Ehlers does average more block shots per season with about 22 to Nylander's 13. And with all this being said, I will give the slight advantage defensively to William Nylander. For the next category, we have impact on team. You can make a good argument that both Ehlers and Nylander are both very underrated, given that they play on teams loaded with other star players. Don't always get as much ice time, but still perform when they get their opportunities. For instance, Ehlers plays with other stud offensive weapons like center Mark Scheifele, sniper Kyle Connor, and captain Blake Wheeler, while Nylander plays with guys like point machine Mitch Marner, leading goal scorer Austin Matthews, and stud center John Tavares. Ehlers has been so solid even amongst his stacked group of teammates that he's finished in the top 3 in team scoring 3 of his first 6 seasons. Nylander has also been very solid in his career so far, but with his group of teammates being so deep, he's only finished top 3 in team scoring once in his first 6 seasons. In addition, this year Ehlers has stood out quite a bit and has been a huge difference maker on the Jets' second power play unit, with Patrik Laine traded to Columbus earlier in the season. Ehlers had a chance to step up, and man did he run with it, becoming arguably the Jets' best winger this season. For those reasons, I would give the slight edge in this category to Nikolaj Ehlers. And now for the final category, we have clutch factor. Both of these players have gotten to play significant time in the NHL playoffs due to the recent regular season success of both the Toronto Maple Leafs and Winnipeg Jets. In addition, both players have gotten chances to play at the international level in the World Juniors and the World Championships. Nylander has played a total of 32 playoff games for the Leafs since his NHL career began and has a very solid 10 goals and 13 assists in those games. Ehlers has played a similar amount of games in the playoffs, 31, but has just 4 goals and 8 assists for 12 points in those contests. Although Ehlers and the Jets have had more playoff success than Toronto, it has not been because of Nylander that the Leafs haven't been able to get out of the first round, especially this year, when Nylander had 8 points in the 7 games they played, more than any other player on the team. Although both players have had many clutch moments in their early careers, I would have to give the slight edge to William Nylander in this category. So, now that we have gone through each of the 4 categories, who is the better all-around player with all things being considered? I would have to say, by a slight margin, Nikolaj Ehlers. Ehlers stepped up big time for Winnipeg this season after Laine was gone, and many could argue he was the Jets' best player this season. He has also been super consistent throughout his career, and could have a lot more untapped potential with his now bigger opportunity with the Jets. Let me know down in the comments who you think is the better player, and let me know why. Also, let me know if you like these types of videos, and if you do, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more.